Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play. Well, they immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They're going back to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Third and short, I don't mind the play call. Running the RPO, giving the quarterback the option. Could he have pulled it and maybe made that decision a little bit different? He decided to give it to the running back. The defense was ready, got the big stop, forces the fourth down.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down. The Ducks are marching down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Finds a crease at the 20. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Reads it, fires complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Luck. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays like what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He just... those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Martin. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Martin. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Snapped it in the shotgun. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
The give to the left side. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They bring the punter onto the field now. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down right there.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Caught over the middle. It's Casper.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play.
Right down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and fit.
He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Badger! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave. But this has been a nip-and-tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by 10 over Maryland. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time when my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Finds his man. It's Martin. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. got his man quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He's looking for a man on second down. Catch inside the 25. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to pass it on second down. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On third down, going up top. Fires and picked off. Inside the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
The Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now on second and short after that pickup. They'll try the run. Just buried it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like they could have gone for more.
Gets it out quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Grab near the marker. It's Casper. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But you think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruined coordinators' game plans offensively.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And it's good from 58 yards out.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Still on his feet at the 45. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Caught in the backfield. It's White. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Can't White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, that's two very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number one, not to hand it off. That was the right look to throw into. And the second good decision was his guy was covered, so don't throw it. Just take off and get what you can.
Touchdown, Badger! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the option. He'll pitch it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. A 3rd and long coming up here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch and stride inside the 15. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll go to the air. He got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everything. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Boise State looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 17 over Fresno State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barry Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball.
back, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the ground, it's Martin. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead. Multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Badgers will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll run it on the counter. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. Steamrolls his way ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You love to see this. You love to see your running backs getting stronger and wearing defenses down the deeper and deeper we get into this thing. And on that last one with the lead, he was able to find open grass, use his speed, and it's an explosive play before they're finally able to get him out of bounds.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Quick release by the QB. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Ducks are on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. You'd love to get the score right now, but you also want to make sure, if you can, that the clock keeps moving.
So let's do both. Let's run the football, keep it on the ground, run the play clock down, but don't turn away a touchdown. If you're getting close and you can get in, take the 2-possession lead, end this ball game. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. To the air. It's locked. They're trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. The aerial assault continues. Snagged on the outside. It's White.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the 1st down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse Donnelly would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
He's up to 90 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Running with power. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 10 over Maryland. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape,
and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
this is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff...
Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barry Johnson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Luck. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Firing to the right, complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Coming after him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down here for the offense. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.